Yeah, particularly we are into the fresh business, okay? And in terms of retail, reaching out particularly like the channels MT and QCOM, these are the main channels that we are focusing on, okay? Currently, we operate through omni-channel warehousing system. Our supply chain is built for that. And the biggest important part is shelf life and the freshness. For that, our all entire the predicting system for which the replenishment that we put in place is a AI/ML enable predicting demand predicting system, so that ultimately at any given point of time, at any given point of place, we are having the right mix of products and the right quantity of products with adequate freshness. That's how basically the strategy we are putting it in. Typically, if you see post-pandemic, there were two challenges that we face in our business. First is a kind of there was an absolute drop in the demand, which was slowly picking up. So again, aligning the entire supply chain to manage that kind of variances to serving the market, and simultaneously because of there was a particular impact which has come on account of the war that has started. That has given a good impact in terms of the fuel prices. The fuel prices in last 1 year almost gone up by 36%, and to balance that particular impact, okay, was a major challenge. What we have done is in terms of our supply chain is optimizing the deliveries that we are giving up. Second, particularly we have started an absolute separate vertical as a reverse logistics. So reverse logistics, wherever our vehicles go while coming back, okay, they partnered with small vendors. Those push shipments, they cannot afford the entire vehicle. So we have partnered with multiple such vendors, and we are aggregating them, and we are providing them the transportation arrangements where that benefit us also in terms of optimizing the at hand capacity. Almost you can say more than 10% of our revenue, okay, of our total expenses that we go into the logistics arrangement is now recovered through reverse logistics. That's how we are beating the inflation. We are typically a dairy industry, and in dairy industry we have seen in last 1 year there are multiple hikes that never happened previously, okay. So yeah, we have taken the price hike few months back, okay, but if the market trend of the commodities, particularly in dairy, if it remains like this, sustains like this, and the prices don't drop, knows we will have to take some kind of a corrections. So typically what as a supply chain in terms of particularly fresh products, okay, it's always difficult to scale. It is not the same way as the normal ambient goods. The main challenge over here, okay, is the fragmented nature of the particular logistics arrangements. So what we have done here is very clearly with help of our sales team, okay, we already mapped which are all the cities that we want to go and where we want to grow the business. Typically in we called 5 lakh population FLP towns particularly. They are with the help of a statistical and very scientific tool. We have mapped geologically the locations where we want to go, find out the depot locations, replenishment depot locations, and find out the optimized routes to cater to these locations, so that the cost of serving here is always optimized. So geographical expansions, typically we are a fresh category. So whenever we are into the fresh category, okay, the category grows particularly through the penetration, and penetration is needed in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. We are gradually, initially we started with tier 1 cities, now we are going tier 2 cities, and then expand our base into tier 3 cities, okay. For that, very critically what we need is to create the infrastructure for storage, that is a warehousing space. Once that warehousing space is created based on the sales plans, okay, the coordinates of depots as well as the logistic connections, they are built, and that's how we are seeing how the support growth for the organization. Previously we were not, the e-commerce space was not really that big, but today if we see, though we are present across multiple channels like MT, GT, e-com, QCom. E-com is almost second and third largest channel in terms of the revenue generation, and yes, it's growing absolutely at a very fast pace.